Right, and we should be live.
I'm just trying to find your channel. Hold on.
Hold up.
Hold up. I think you're live. I hope you're live.
I think I am live. Yeah, I can see the chat.
I can't. I need to find it.
I just need to get my other chat up quickly because then I can see all the platforms.
Oh,
I found it.
nice Harwick. Hot.
I'm watching. I'll watch the advert so you get some ad revenue.
Oh, cheers, son.
It's alright, mate. It's World of Tanks. It's a pretty good ad, that.
And Restream chat is broken anyway, so yeah, I'm just looking at the YouTube one today, unfortunately. How's it all going? Thank you everyone for joining us.
I'm excited.
I'm excited,
really
dude.
excited.
I want to see some new video games.
What are you looking for? Well, I'm really looking forward to Moss, man.
Yeah. I hope that they announce more platforms besides PSVR, because I do love PSVR, but I really like the ability to play on other platforms because they haven't announced any yet. But I'm excited either way to really play Book 2.
I don't think you're going to see hardly any PSVR today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Do you mean because
I would be surprised.
Do you mean Moss because Moss was an exclusive to PSVR first of all? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's because when they first announced that Moss Book 2 is coming, the only platform they confirmed is PSVR. And as it stands right now, that's the only one they've confirmed still. They haven't actually confirmed any other platforms yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because the Moss 2 announcement came on the back of it. It was some kind of Sony event, wasn't it? Or it was something connected with Sony. So at this current point in time, we only know it's coming to PSVR. I think it's pretty safe to assume it will come to PCVR and Quest as well, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I would like to see confirmation of that.
I would be surprised if it was a timed exclusive again, considering the popularity of things like the Quest now. I would think that probably their marketing push was for Sony initially, and that was their agreement, instead of launching for PSVR first like it did. I think it was, 6 months or a year, or was it more than that it was on PSVR first?
Thing is, PSVR back when that launched was the platform. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was
right, exactly.
It was the biggest VR platform there, and it just works so well with the DualShock.
100%.
So yeah, someone's asked, Matt, you're a little quiet. Is it possible to turn yourself up a tiny little bit if possible?
I don't know, is this turned up at all? I just turned the switch up.
Yeah, that's technical jargon. I just turned the switch up.
Just turn the switch up.
I don't know if this is what's actually capturing my audio, if my laptop is, because this is a new microphone and I have not only used it once.
Nice.
It sounds all right. It sounds not too bad. Yeah, PSVR got Jackal Dude Gaming into VR. How is everyone in chat? Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, only 11 minutes till it starts. Quite excited. Definitely looking forward to Moss. I think at the moment, since it's the only one I really know about, that is one I'm mostly hyped for. I think we're going to see, like we have in previous shows, games we already know about. But you might see some updated trailers maybe. So yeah, that's what I think is going to be today. Any particular new games you guys are looking forward to?
Well, I'm hoping that we just get some new announcements for something that we don't know about yet. Personally, that's really what I want to see.
December's looking a bit dry, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it'll probably be dry for most of the month, and then hopefully next year we'll get some more. But I have a feeling we're going to get very few actual game releases this month.
Dude, can I swing in with a counter argument and say December isn't that dry?
Go for it. Wet my whistle. Tell me.
So far in December, in terms of off the top of my head, now these won't necessarily appeal to everyone, but we've got Fruit Ninja 2 on the 3rd, Morel's Homestead on the 7th, which I'm really interested in. I haven't really seen much about it, but it looks like kind of a Stardew Valley farm sim type thing for the Quest, so I'm kind of hyped for that. After the Fall on the 9th, which is great for every platform under the sun. 4VR Darts on the 16th, a new book for Demio on the 16th, the Real VR Fishing DLC on the 16th, which I think looks really bloody good. Have you seen like the...
Dude, I'm going to take it back, because literally you are completely correct.
I'm taking it back too.
Yeah, you're so right.
Simple Planes launches on the Quest on the 17th of December, which is kind of like it's like a flight sim, but like kind of a bit like Pilot Wings type thing. Zookeeper Blast, which is like a puzzle game, but I used to play that on the DS and I really liked it. And I think Dead Second is getting on App Lab this month as well. So that's December at the moment, which I think is pretty stacked.
Mate, that sounds amazing.
Right. Yeah, I guess what I meant was I wish that there was more games I didn't know about. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
For sure, for sure.
I don't.
tomorrow-
I forgot half of them. I did.
Well, me too.
I forgot most of them. To be fair, I mean,
Yeah.
I think I think my sights are so on after the fall that I want to play it and I want to get it out there because it's a bloody good game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think we're all hyped for that, and we all want to go hands on with the Quest version. I know we're kind of chomping at the bit to see what the Quest version's like.
okay, so we can all agree that December is now a wet month. It is moist month for VR.
It's a moist month.
It's a moist month.
Yeah.
There's moisture in the air.
I'm slipping over.
I guess I think I forgot half of those things. You're right, GT, because I was sitting here, you're naming all these things off, and I'm like, oh yeah, oh I forgot about that.
Yeah. Like Real VR Fishing, Forever Darts, like all those other games. I'm like, I know about that. I know about that. I know about that. And then I'm like, yes, I think maybe we're in a puddle of VR stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a strong month considering it's December, and typically you don't get well. I'm just going by flat screen games, but you don't typically get a lot released in December anyway.
Yeah.
It tends to be the build up, and then it really kicks off again in February. And February's already looking kind of cool. Have either of you seen the trailer for? I think it's called Requisition.
No.
I think it's just PCVR at the moment. It looks honestly like Dead Rising for VR, and the trailer for it shows a dude running through the house and there's zombies coming in. Picks up a toaster, picks up a plunger,
I did see that. Okay,
takes the plunger to the toaster and tapes it together to make a hammer, and then starts smashing them. I was like, that is amazing.
And what's that
and
called?
Then they put Requisition, I think is what it's called, right? Did you see he put silverware in the toaster, pulled it back, and then shot silverware at the
It looks so cool. But that's February apparently. So there's already a couple of little bits kind of starting to line up for next year, which is really exciting. But yeah, I hope this showcase just fills out some of those gaps.
Right, okay, so from Arcadia, yeah? I'm going to play it.
Yeah, yes.
I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it.
You can put a trailer. Yeah,
I've got the power. I've got the power to just click stuff and it happens.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
This is an emergency alert message.
I'm excited to see it. I've got this
Civil authorities in your area have reported that infected people are attacking civilians. Please stay at home and barricade all
It's one of
entrances
the trailers we
going
can kind of
as
talk
possible.
over it as well. It's just action. There's no I love it.
Now, is it multiplayer? Do you remember? I think it was co-op.
Yeah, co-op seems to be some kind of large open world. And they've done a good job of making the trailer look very cinematic. See running through the house, it's like, but yeah, if you can really use everything as a weapon, kind of like they're making it out to be, then that's great.
That's better.
Yeah.
I had everything really loud. Yeah, now I think it's a bit better now.
Oh yeah, there's the silverware in the toaster.
It's so smart. And then yeah, it looks like there's kind of green circles where you can attach things. So it's probably not completely customizable, but yeah. I'm a big fan of Dead Rising, so being able to like just customize weapons and just switch zombies up is very much my wheelhouse.
Now, if you could just get like a lawnmower and drive that through the backyard.
All right, hear me out though. I am a little bit worried it's not going to be as good as it looks, but I'm definitely hopeful.
Where are your worries coming from, GT? Elaborate.
It's just games of the past, mate. Just games of the
Are you
past.
talking about Hinge?
Just games of the past. It's just, you know, I mean, I've come across, I've been hyped by trailers before, and
yeah,
like Stormland, for example. I thought at that time, I remember thinking Stormland trailer was one of the best VR trailers I'd ever seen. And Medal of Honor, even though I really, really enjoyed it, that trailer then topped that. That was another absolutely incredible trailer. And I think looking at that, I think it looks in certain places doesn't look massively high quality. Like I know some people are going to go, oh, there's no body, there's no arms. That doesn't ever bother me.
It looks similar to Survive with the 1 and the 3.
I just think
visually
it looks definitely good. It definitely looks good, and it's definitely one I'm really glad you put on my radar. So I'm excited.
Yeah, my only apprehension comes from the fact that I think is it Arcadia? Did you say? I think they did.
Don't say Tarzan.
No, they didn't. They did. It was Hinge on PC, which I played, and I think Hinge has since got a lot better. But when I played it, it was unplayable.
Yeah.
It was unplayable. I
Hinge.
turned the graphic settings off. Like I turned everything not just to low,
just
but
had a black
off.
picture.
It
I turned the
wouldn't run
graphics
well.
off, and the game didn't work.
Who would have thought it? Literally, like I took it as low as I physically could, and I still couldn't get like a solid frame rate. It was dropping frames.
Oh,
I didn't know where to go. The lighting was terrible. It was really rough. And they've approached me and said, "Can you go back and check it out? We promise it's better." And I just haven't found the time. So yeah, we're going to look at it. But I was really hyped for that because it looked very much like my kind of thing. It looked a bit like BioShock.
Yeah, again, the trailer was phenomenal. And yeah, I got the game.
Trailers are dangerous.
I know, man. And I got the game, and exactly the same as you, I played it, and I messaged him straight away, and I was like, I can't cover it. I don't know why you've given it out this early.
I didn't cover it either. My video was like a complete write-off. I
There's
can't
no-
upload this.
There's no point, because otherwise all you're going to do is just... Well, we just shouldn't get it at that stage. It shouldn't be like that in our hands.
No.
You know, they've got responsibility to look after their own game. A little bit. Do you know what I mean? If I had a message to you and said, can you just test this game out or something? And then, you know, that is...
Before we make it live?
Yeah. Do you want to cover this game? It's unplayable. Hell yeah.
Not really, no.
Is there a car parking somewhere? Or something? Or an airport?
I don't think so.
One of us is in an airport. I don't know which one. It's not me, I don't think. Matt's got his green screen up, so he could be in an airport as far as we know.
No.
Like,
Hold on a second. There we go. I have a heater going beside me. I turned it off.
he's in an airport.
Cold in the
He's on a flight right now.
There we go. Got it. Dark Angel game, we got Smash Drums. Congratulations on your official release on the Oculus Quest store.
Coming up sometime.
Yeah.
There's no release date on it yet, is there? It's just kind of it's happening at some point.
I think that today we're getting a release date. I think at the showcase, or at least more info.
Do you know what I like?
Nice.
Get to the Chopper is the community manager for Smash Drums, and he's put all the beautiful beards, but I think he's also pretending not to be him. Like,
Wait, what?
Yeah, so you got YouTube running still. I don't know. It looks like he's trying to be two people at once. I'm not sure.
He's running two accounts at the same time.
Not many people are mentioning your beard, Benjo.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
very
going to say my
surprised.
beard's actually longer than yours.
I've
now.
seen 2 or 3 comments in there. I saw someone
is
say
there?
I'm like Samson, and now that I've cut it off, I can't think. It was like my source of power.
Arcanian, who's the guy at the top? It's his evil twin, the one that has fed fish heads in the loft and stuff.
I literally now have the shortest beard of the 3, and that is the saddest thing. I never thought this day would come.
You obviously needed a reset. You know?
I needed a reset because it got really big, and then I tried to trim it myself, and it looked okay for a couple of weeks. And then every time I'd run a comb through it, there was bits that were longer than other bits. I was like, "This is a mess."
Yeah.
So I just took it all off. It'll grow back. That's the joy of beards. Unless it doesn't, that would be really sad.
There's Molly Lolly Golly Gosh, also known as Mrs. Benjo. How you doing?
Poor old beardless Ben. That's what's.
Hopefully this starts soon.
Yeah, I'm hype.
I think that I don't know if does it start at quarter of, or is it like a countdown for 15 minutes at quarter of?
Normally, in the past, they've done like 15 minutes of other trailers and a bit of talking and stuff like that. So,
I actually didn't count. I haven't caught the previous ones they've done. Do they present it a little bit like an E3? Have they got like a person that's going to talk and then trailers, or is it just going to be trailers? Like what have they done in the past?
Normally, it's Jamie and his missus, and they just sit there and present each game.
Awesome. That's really cool.
In their house and stuff. So
no, that's cool. I'm excited.
I wish we would see, what is it, Project 4?
Oh, from Stress Level 0.
Yeah, I was talking to the developer actually a while back, and I hope that we'll get some stuff really soon. But
it's like the fabled game at this point, isn't it? Everyone's like, because everyone always refers to it as Boneworks for the Quest, and it's like, well, technically it's not, but
no,
but yeah, like
I've seen some,
too.
but it was weird. I can't remember which channel it was, but they were like, they mentioned it like we've known about this since, is it Oculus Connect 6 or 5, and like it's been around a long time.
It's been a while.
And there was a video put out the other day, and it was about new Boneworks game comes to Oculus Quest by Stress Level 0. I was thinking, another one? And I watched this video, and I was like, oh, it's like, I mean, it makes sense because maybe it is new to them. and it
It's
is new
gonna
to
be
other
new
people.
to-
Yeah, so
The official Quest
I know,
version's
yeah.
name is Works Bone.
I was just gonna read
So
that.
it's a very different game.
Craig Colfer,
Oh,
how's
look
it
at
going? Good to see you.
We've got a YouTube countdown going. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's this count? Oh, is this for 15 minutes before? What is this countdown for?
This is just a Premiere YouTube Premiere countdown. I've never seen that timer before, but I don't really use Premieres.
And is this counting down to? Is this counting down to the showcase then?
This is, yeah.
Okay, so there's going to be like a 50. It's going to be a pre-show, isn't there? I guess then. Okay.
Use.
Oh, I might. Who else is confirmed to be there? I've seen a few different VR devs
Fast Travel?
retweeting Fast Travel.
Yeah. Fast Travel, Andreas and Co.
Did Shell Games retweet as well today?
Oh.
Did they? Oh,
I
that'd be
think they
nice.
did.
Oh.
I'm going to start doing some research.
Bone Quest.
Bone Quest. Shell Games. I think Shell Games retweeted something today about the. They just retweeted. 20 hours ago, they retweeted the showcase and said, "We're looking forward to the showcase tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for the latest VR news." Doesn't necessarily mean they're there, but they retweeted it, which is pretty exciting.
Mm.
Resolution.
Oh yeah, we got Nerf. Yeah, good point, man. How you doing? Oh, it is just
Nerf?
another timer. So normally,
Oh yeah, I'd love to see another more Nerf stuff.
okay, we just got some music going. So normally they like have bits and bobs going on, but that's there. Saves me playing music in the background.
Resolution Games, yeah, they obviously retweeted saying, "Be sure to tune in to find out what we're up to." I wonder if that's going to be more after the fall, but maybe they're bent on after the fall at this point.
That's Vertigo Games is Resolution Steamio, isn't it, and stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I get
but either way,
confused.
man, I'm really excited for Demio. Like that game is probably one of this year's best games, I think, for VR in my
Demio
mind.
is 100%. Yeah.
You think that Vertigo will premiere the first Quest footage in this thing?
I don't know. I mean, one of the biggest pulls of this now, which makes it a reason for developers to really push it, is the fact it's shown on IGN. Like, you know, to get a VR trailer on IGN in general probably isn't that interesting for people, but for some reason, Upload and IGN have worked together. Maybe something to do with the Juggernaut. He sorted this out because I know he writes some reviews for IGN. The fact that if you're a developer, imagine that them going, "Oh, this is going to be shown on IGN as well." Yeah. It's
the best way to get eyes on your product, isn't it? That's really good. Yeah,
it's the biggest outlet. So
I was actually going to say, when you both mentioned Nerf, I watched a review for the flat screen Nerf game earlier, which was posted by IGN.
There's a flat screen. Okay, right. Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I watched a review that was that negative before. It was absolutely abysmal.
Ooh.
It was really rough.
That's bad.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
It didn't look great either. So I don't know if it's the same game that we're getting in VR or if it's a different product completely. I hope it's a different product completely.
So the other game Sorry, Ben. Sorry, Matt. Go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think it is a different game. Go.
Thank God for that.
The game that I want to love that's coming out and get excited for, I can't because I'm so worried it's going to be bad.
I know
and it means so much to me. And that's Transformers VR. Like, do you know what? Like, I think it might have been my missus or someone said to me, "There's a Transformers VR game coming." I was like, "No, there ain't." And I saw it, and I was like, "Oh no, please!" Like, it looked on the rails. They said it was on the rails. I think they've confirmed it is on the rails.
It is on the rails, yeah.
Which I was a bit disappointed about straight away because what I want to be is a really large car and have all my friends get in me and then take them places. Do you know? You're right, Ben. What's up? You all right? You all right, mate? What's up with this geezer?
I never thought I'd hear you say you want all your friends to get in you, and then you can take them places. It's just a sentence I don't think anyone should ever say.
Yeah, mate. No, there's no carry-on innuendos going on here.
Well,
the thing about the Transformers thing is it looks to me like it's meant for arcades in a lot of ways. Very on rails, very jump in and do a level, then be done, which is fine for some things, but not what I would want for like a Transformers game.
No, it looks like it's a shame because it looks like, and I can't judge it yet because I've not played it, but it looks like they've got the character models like spot on. They're like Gen 1, like original. It looks quality in that regard. Like they clearly care about the franchise, but yeah, I don't know how excited I can get for an on the rails shooter.
That's I think, and I bet the developers really annoyed when I wrote this. I was like, I would be excited for it if it was 2017. Do you know what I mean? Something like that, because I don't know. Yeah, it was like a, I don't know, hype, and then I saw the trailer and I was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It was, but yeah, you are
roller
right.
Coaster of emotions.
it was just hard. Do you know what I'm saying? It was hard. Thank you everyone for joining us as well. How's it going?
There's very few big IPs that get VR games that really do it well. Unfortunately, I mean, like The Walking Dead. One of the two of them did really well.
Yeah.
And then what else is there? I'm trying to think of the other ones. You got like Marvel. When they come out with games, they're usually pretty bad so far.
Marvel United Powers. Isn't that the game that was supposed to be coming to Quest?
It's the best Quest game you can't play.
It's the best Quest game you'll never play.
It's the best Quest game you'll never play. Westworld, yes, someone in the chat just said Westworld. Apparently that was awesome. I didn't play that.
That is cool.
Westworld's really good, Ben.
I really like the show. I should probably play that.
Definitely.
I think it was like dirt cheap as well. It's always dirt cheap on Steam.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
I think The Exorcist was a really good use of an IP, although not like directly tied to the film, but taking that world and that idea. I think The Exorcist was a really strong use of the IP for VR. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, you're right. I can't think of any other top tier IPs that have come across into VR and worked. I mean, obviously Tarzan was 10 out of 10, but other than that, I don't know.
You shouldn't be able to say that so well, so straight. Like.
Straight. Yeah, the secret is I actually loved it.
Yes, that's right. Well, there you go. That's why you can say it so straight faced. I'm a little worried about Twilight Zone. I really want to be excited for that because I love the Twilight Zone. I'm not sure how that'll go because it's individual stories. I think there's 4 or 5 individual stories in that game. And I'm a little worried they're going to be like 10 or 15 minutes long. And they're just little teeny pieces. So we'll have to wait and see. And I'm hoping they're not like an experience type thing where you're essentially in a room and you're trying to, watch what's going on around you and not necessarily interact with everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. The Doctor Who game was another one that came out that was not very well received in a lot of ways.
I actually enjoyed my playthrough of that though. The Doctor Who.
I didn't mind it. Yeah, it was kind of creepy in some spots. I would have wished it was a different Doctor. I don't mind her as the Doctor, but there's other Doctors I would have preferred to have as the main character in a VR game.
I agree. There you go. We got Margaret Ferguson, VR mum from Fruit Lab. How you doing? So Fruit Lab's another platform that I post content to. So that's quite interesting that she's ended up over here. How you doing? Thank you. How is everyone? Power on VR. Good to see you. Resol VR. Boy Brown.
Someone in the chat said Star Wars is obviously one of the biggest IPs.
Yeah, there you go.
Well in VR.
Yeah. Star Wars has been fantastic.
Squadrons was amazing, and I think Vader Immortal's great. I think probably of all the VR products, and I do like it. I think Tales from Galaxy's Edge is probably the weakest, but then I think some people toss up between what's better out of that and Vader Immortal. I preferred Vader Immortal.
Yeah, I did as well.
Because of like the lightsaber training stuff and the dojo. I think that was like enough to sell that game to me on its own.
Yeah.
But I still think Squadrons is probably the best Star Wars VR experience I've played. It's being in the cockpits is perfect. They're absolutely perfect. I'd love to see a native Quest version for that.
Nice. Star Wars Squadrons nice. We need companies to really push VR forward like Valve did with Half-Life Alyx. VR Realm, how's it going? I saw your Neos VR clip, man, the other day where someone took your glasses off and you got like mega chonk and then they put the glasses on and went back to normal. That was really cool. We've got Mrs. GT in here. How's it going, babe? You all right?
I need to jump into Neos still.
Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining, guys. I really appreciate it.
I went into Neos once. I went in with a developer of not like a digital developer, but they were creating a VR product, and they showed me a breakdown of the entire thing. They imported the 3D model they used to print, and they pulled all the pieces out, and I could examine the entire thing. That was pretty cool.
What you can do in there seems mad. Yeah, that's just like
That's interesting. So Paradox's Jurassic World. Now, is it Aftermath?
Aftermath. Yeah.
Now, I personally really, really enjoyed it. But that game seems very hit and miss with people,
Super polarizing.
Yeah. See, I really, really enjoyed it, and I still haven't played part 2.
Part 2, I think, was a lot better than part 1.
Yeah, for sure. I liked part 1, but part 2 was really good in comparison, I think.
I get people's disdain for it. I mean, the issues that I said that I raised when I played it were, and it's the same for a lot of VR games, the world is completely non-interactive. So it does feel like you're in a movie rather than a video game. Like if there's a cup on a table, I can't even pick the cup up. You know, I want to be able to knock over a chair. I want to be able to do that kind of stuff. I think really immerses you in a VR game, and there's none of it in Jurassic World. It's quite static. But the experience of being there and getting chased around by the raptors is great. The core experience is brilliant.
Yeah, so VJ said some people hate the cartoon look, the cell shaded look of the game. Now I think cell shading lends itself really well to virtuality. I love it, the vividness and the crispness of it. Crispness. Tarzan was cell shaded though, wasn't it?
Tarzan was cell shaded, yeah.
How does it always comes back to Tarzan?
That is our favorite game of 2021.
That game is like a benchmark of things.
I think that cell shaded works really well if it's done right. And like with Lies Beneath, it was done really well. And with, I think even with Jurassic, it was done well. What Jurassic felt like to me was I was stepping inside of a comic book and going from panel to panel, and the same static way, like you're talking, only some things moved in the world, only some things were interactive. That felt a lot like I stepped into a comic book where the characters were interactive, but the rest of it wasn't.
Can anyone check another stream? So Smash Drum says, guys, on other streams they have some sort of countdown on the upload VR video. Are you playing live? So it looks like I can see a countdown.
I can see a countdown.
I see a countdown. Yeah, me too.
On the official upload, let me just get past adverts.
I'm pretty sure I actually clicked.
Yeah, the official upload channel's got the exact same countdown we're on.
Smash Drum, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks the same everywhere. The official IGN thing has the same countdown. We're all lined up.
Here we are, yeah, I'm looking at this. It looks exactly right, so.
We're there.
No idea.
I think you might have seen the weird, like, spinning YouTube countdown that happened a little while ago.
Oh, yeah.
I've just seen something in the chat that's actually sparked a hope in my brain. Alien Isolation is coming out on an Android. It's getting a mobile port, the whole game, which I thought was like insane. And I was like, wait a minute. If it gets an Android port, that opens up the possibility for a VR port or a Quest port. I mean, I know that Team Beef, Dr. Beef, work with basically games that have had Android ports because it's easier to get in there and tinker with them and make them work for the Quest 2 in VR. So even if that's like a base level, I would love to have a native version of Alien Isolation in VR. That game is my favorite horror game to play in VR, but you don't get the hands, and that's the one thing that is a massive drawback.
It's an amazing game, yeah.
It's so good, and it's so long. It's like it's long. It's a long game.
That's an interesting comment. So Decepticon says, I want to see more space warp in use. So as far as I know, if you use Link, that uses space warp, but Oculus Quest games natively using space warp, considering After the Fall isn't out yet, I asked the developers about Space Warp, and they said at the time of developing the game, it wasn't available as a tool. So you might not see that this side of Christmas, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah. My guess is we won't see it till probably mid next year when bigger games, or maybe early next year, because some of the indie developers are starting to use it already. But what I've heard is really good things about because there's a difference between the asynchronous Space Warp and application Space Warp, and application on Quest, and that supposedly works better.
I don't know if you see the comments, Matt. People saying Mike, these headphones are broken, by the way, guys. They're all very vibration. So I didn't pick it up too much. They're saying your mic is a little bit muffled.
I'll have to do some investigating.
Sounds nice to me, but I can obviously hear it through the call itself rather than through the stream, so I'm not entirely sure.
15 seconds.
Are we gonna shut up for the showcase and just go at big moments?
I think that's a good idea. We should all just go.
Just shock noises.
Pretend you're doing a VR thumbnail. Here we go.
Oh, fast travel to begin.
Oh yeah, I should probably watch the actual stream, shouldn't I? Not ours.
Great music.
City Skylines.
Yes.
It's definitely the City Skylines
the
font,
mayor
isn't it?
speaking?
Yeah.
Yep, it is. City VR. Cool.
That is really interesting because obviously we know of another game.
Hi, I'm Erik Odeldal, the
I know,
creative
right?
director at Fast Travel
Yeah.
Games.
And that
Oh,
looks,
but
We are
that looks
extremely
vastly
proud to
superior.
bring you the
to be honest.
definitive city building and management experience from city skylines into VR for the first time ever. In Cities VR, you will build the ideal city, design neighborhoods, construct buildings, direct the flow of traffic, and place utility lines. To attract new residents and help the city flourish, you'll also need to handle economics, emergency services, entertainment, and more.
That's awesome.
Playing Cities VR on Quest 2 means that you are in the game. You get to see your skyline rise from an expansive bird's eye view and be part of your creation by watching it come alive on the streets.
Oh, cool. I like that.
We've created Cities VR to be both a great entry point to the city building genre
It looks super
and a
easy to
compelling
play,
new
but
experience
really
for city
complex.
skylines.
It looks very
residents.
similar to Little Cities.
A palette of tools at your fingertips.
Even the
Like a
colours
lights up
and the
version,
menus.
to use control
A much more
system
in-depth
that
version.
ensures
Oh, yeah.
you'll have a flying start as a mayor.
I will.
Cities VR is releasing in spring 2022 on the Oculus Quest.
Cities, there they are. I'll give them a
We
follow.
have
I was
much
their
more to
first
share
follower.
in the coming months, so please follow us on @CitiesVR
Let's jump
and sign
over.
up for our newsletter
Show 'em some
at
love.
fasttravelgames.com.
Whoop.
Hello and welcome to the Upload VR showcase, supported by Polyarc and sponsored by Beanstalker. I'm Jamie.
I'm Xena, and thank you so much to Fast Travel Games for opening up with Cities VR.
Indeed, Nathan.
We're going to be giving you a look at some of the games you'll be playing in 2022, and some maybe a little bit earlier than that.
Coming up later today,
We'll be revealing a brand new VR title from Shell Games,
Joyway will be stopping by with new info on Against.
and we'll have an update on the upcoming VR MMO, Zenith.
A lot of people
Now,
are
don't
asking for
forget, you
Zenith.
can head over to uploadvr.com for all of the stories on today's announcements, and go over to our YouTube
this
channel
immediately
for
looks
our
better
VR
than
Gamescast happening
Flat
just
thing I was
after the
watching
show.
today.
Now, let's get a first look at new gameplay from Nerf Ultimate Championship.
Yes.
Looks decent.
Ooh.
It looks like Hyper Dash.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say.
And the models look like Facebook Horizon faces. Bit Fortnite.
Yeah.
The wall running.
So this is a purely multiplayer thing,
Thing is,
whereas the flat game was a single player thing.
what's it going to do new?
Oh,
That's what we need to know.
That you can do.
I mean, the sounds are awesome.
I used to buy these guns for my son, man. They're so good.
Fine for myself.
Yeah.
I think I bought one for a video with Matt.
Yeah, we did one.
It's somewhere.
Last time.
Pew, pew, pew.
Now from foam darts to knuckle dusters, let's check in with Against.
MetaQuest.
Detective Black has been investigating the dark affairs of Dr. Weiss for a long time and related thefts of ancient artifacts. But the Doctor is always one step ahead. After collecting the necessary artifacts, he summons otherworldly forces.
Don't do it, Doctor.
To save the city, the detective rushes into battle against the darkness.
I think this game looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I do like it.
So excited for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks a lot different than when they first showed it.
It looks so much better than when they first showed it, I think. I'm glad they went with this style rather than noir.
Oh look, that's Dr. Octopus up there.
It actually is.
Jeez, this is hectic.
Yeah, it's really hectic. December 16th. Okay. December 16th is looking busy.
Yeah, I should say.
Oh, I must be behind then if you guys have already seen the date.
No, I haven't seen the date. I'm just saying yes.
All right, it's just come up.
I just saw the date right now. Yeah. Ben's
Hey
in the future.
PSVR
On
and
the IGN
CVR
stream.
fans, one of the first ever Rift exclusives is coming your way.
Oh.
I really enjoyed Lucky's Tale.
Yeah.
I think it's the highest quality kind of, other than Moss, obviously, platformer for the Quest 2.
Yeah, I love platformers, especially in VR.
Looks a lot nicer on the Quest 2 as well. Don't give Burger too much.
The new art looks really good too.
Let's go on PSVR.
Lucky finds a home on new headsets very soon.
Ooh.
Now it's time to introduce a
PlayStation
brand
VR.
new cooperative online shooter.
That's
The
interesting.
world's full of dangers. Only one thing matters. You must survive, because the hungry chillers are coming.
Hannah Byrne, how's it going?
The Chillers is a multiplayer online game where you can have
What
fun
is
with
this?
friends,
I don't know.
meet new players, and of course fight against the Chillers. Every fighter has its own way in the battle.
Tower
Weapons
defense
will
game?
Yeah,
help you to
getting
find your
Captain
own
Toon
style of
headphones.
gameplay.
Yeah, I mean.
Of course, they are all unique, and their
But it's
situational uses
multiplayer,
are
so-
different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some players use explosives, with a lot of variations
What's this
and
game called?
unique effects.
Coolers, I think it's called.
However, only good weapons are not enough to protect yourself. Team play is a guarantee of success. Choosing the right strategy, wall repairing, tower activating, and many other features are awaiting you in the game. Don't forget to repair the walls, because the Chillers will try their best to destroy your base. Challenges awaits all the brave warriors who are ready to engage in battle.
It's another tower defense, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And always
Give me a second, guys. I've got to pause it because I think we've slipped down in quality for some reason. And I didn't know why.
Your connection is looking red.
Yeah, like you guys have really bottomed out for some reason on Zoom.
That's weird.
It is weird.
You see it?
It goes like stable, then unstable. Let me quickly go into settings, see if I can mess around with something. Yeah, I don't know whether it's Zoom just trying to play catch up or something.
Possibly.
Yeah, because you guys are like all over the place. I might disband and then call you back in.
Oh. Okay.
I think that'd be the best bet.
Alright.
Right, hopefully I can get them all back in. 1 second. Because that was crazy. Sorry about this. Okay, invite. Here we go. 1 second. Yeah, I don't. I honestly, I've no idea what happened there. Okay. Yeah, let's get him in. Right, and hopefully we might be in different places.
Hello?
Hello?
What's happening?
All right.
Are we back?
I think so.
We should be.
Yes, as John said, to be honest, this is just as exciting as that Tula's trailer was.
Your faces aren't showing up though for some reason. On the stream. That's so typical.
I love technical difficulties.
I know why. 1 second. Oh God, Ben, you're all over the place.
Just do it. Put me upside down if you want. There we go. That'll do.
It might sort itself out. I don't know if I go from
See
there
myself
to
moving into the little bit
to there. No, everyone is completely wrong. Oh man!
If I just do that for the rest of the stream, it'll be okay. If I just sit here, I'm in every square. I'm like the most.
It was so weird though. Like Zoom's never done that before. That's why I always use it.
Yeah, you just bottomed out a little bit. Like you're on Zoom, you were really pixelated. Like I could see it falling apart. I was like, here it goes.
Yeah, so you guys were all right. For me, no, I was all right, but obviously you guys weren't. So, right, that's Ben. You've moved positions now, mate. I do apologise. I hope you didn't mind.
That'll do. I don't mind.
What are the comments? I'm not even looking at the moment. I want to get this done. Is everyone all right?
We are having technical difficulties, but we're okay.
We are. We're nearly there. We're nearly back.
We're pulling it back.
Where's Matt? There it is. Pulling it back, exposing it for what it is. There's Matt.
Yeah, pulling the curtain back, showing everyone the truth.
What goes on behind the scenes? Right, okay.
People are saying stuff in the chat and I don't know if it's real. I'm like, is this real? People are saying like Ridge Racer VR and I'm like, is this real?
Oh, no way. You can do that in VR chat though. Right, okay.
Remember,
right. Everyone else is ahead of us. The chat's like, we've watched it already.
Sorry.
Screw you all.
Next up, an exclusive look at a new VR JRPG.
Ah, Tula's. This looks good.
I'm on character bank. Whatever character bank is.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of JRPGs.
Patapon, yeah, I remember that. That was on PS Vita, wasn't it?
本日はこのルインズメガスについてご紹介させていただきます。このゲームでは遺跡都市グランアムニスを中心にさまざまな物語を体験することができます。あなたは新人魔法使いとして研究機関エニグマの
Yeah, I have,
同
yeah.
じく新人であるアイリスと共に
Only screenshots.
遺跡に秘められた謎の解
Yeah, I
明
saw
を目指します。
Japanese trailer
ス
for
トー
it.
リーは全26章に及び、その全てを VR で体験することができます。遺跡内では新たに襲いかかるガーディアンとの戦闘は
Yeah, it's kind of like a Tales game. Tales of Vesperia
様
or
々な
Tales
特
of...
徴を持つ魔法を強化し、使い分けたり、縦アクション、回避アクション、アイテムを上手に使い、強力なガーディアンや敵対する魔法使いとの手に汗握る戦闘をすることができます。先ほどから皆様に見ていただいているゲーム内映像はすべてOculus Quest 2でお楽しみいただける。
Imagine how amazing this is for an indie developer to be on
私たちは
IGN.
これまで培ってきた技術を使い、
Yeah.
本
Must
作
be
で
crazy.
スタンダードロン
It's
機
the
器で
coolest thing. Yeah.
PC と同様のグラフィックスでゲーム体験をすることができます。
Oh, all the like indoor
私たちが
locations
作り
look
上げる
awesome.
このルインズメガスに少しでも興味を持っていただければ
Is this
幸いです。
Quest?
Thank you.
That's what it just said at the bottom.
That's what it said, yeah.
Damn.
That's kind of looking forward to this now.
Yeah, that's super impressive if that's Quest.
Okay, everything so far is looking pretty great and we can't wait to play it in the future. But what can we play today?
Very nice.
Santa Burn! She's on the smash drums.
She makes the best trailers. They're so good. So good.
She's so good. I love it. It's really good. The crowd.
That's quality.
8-player arena. What?
Oh, 8-player drumming.
That'll be fun.
That's so cool.
That's mad. Wow.
That's right, Smash Drums is coming to the Quest store today.
Today
now,
as well,
a word
that's so
from our
cool.
sponsors.
Just out of curiosity, where are you guys so I can...
We're on Beanstalker. Beanstalker's just started.
Okay, good.
Welcome to my world. People like me are only born
You've
once
played this, Ben, haven't you?
in 1,000
I have played this, yeah.
I haven't. Grumpy Duck said it was one of the best games he played in VR.
I actually really rate it. I need to get around to making a video for it. It's, I think it's really good. The crafting system's great.
Yeah, I haven't played this one yet. That's pretty cool, though.
Doesn't cool.
Calculate my every move as I try to reach new heights. I must collect my resources.
Yeah, you actually have to like smelt stuff down to make like new gear, and yeah, I really rated it.
Along the quest.
The weapons look cool.
The higher I get, the more unpredictable and perilous
Is it like a...
my journey
what do you call it? Roguelite or something where you go up and you die and you start again?
Procedural. So I believe like every time you go in, it's a different beanstalk with different enemy layouts and different things to find.
Oh, it's coming for the quest, too.
It's coming to the
That looks really good.
Oh, sorry.
Still to come, we've got new looks at Vertigo 2,
That'll
Little
do
Cities,
quite well on the
and
Quest. I think
Zenith.
it's,
But before
again,
that,
it's one of
let's
those
check in with more
a
stuff
good
you'll
VR
be
indie
able
game
to
that's
play
died
soon.
on Steam because it's just
Vertigo 2 as well. Oh, man.
Vertigo 2
You
looks
must
so
be on
cool.
Hyperback now, right?
Yeah.
We are on the dash.
I love Hyperback.
I don't play it enough.
No, I don't have the time for it, but it's fun.
I'd get destroyed if I went in now.
Yeah, that's
So that was the problem, streaming it. As soon as you started streaming, everyone just wanted to flex. All the amazing players wanted to jump on and they were just wrecking everyone.
Ooh, what's this?
I don't know, Matt. Hold on.
477, you are cleared for takeoff.
Now you can play.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah,
God.
Matt.
This is an
You're like 4
exclusive
seconds
look at
ahead.
the Quest 2 version of Ultra Wings 2, which is heading to the platform next February.
Oh, I love Ultra Wings.
Make sure to take in the
Yeah.
game's sweeping vistas of huge environments and buckle up for a series first, dogfighting.
That's
Expect
February.
more
It's
news
like
on a
February.
promising
Ooh.
sequel very soon.
Dogfighting. There was a bit of a kickoff about
Nice.
this because they said it wasn't coming to PSVR, but I think they might have changed their minds on that one.
We've got
I-
enemy aircraft inbound, pilot.
Oh my god,
Let's
they've
show
got
them what the
dogfighting in
Ultra
this.
Wings are all
This is one of the
about.
first games one of the earlier games I made a video on and streamed when I first started.
Even though the original is simple, it's fun.
Yeah, like when Ben mentioned Pilot Wings, it's got that feel to it, you know?
Looks cool.
Oh, this looks cool, yeah.
Oh, look at that. February for Quest. What is this?
Nice. MetaQuest 2
Yeah, I like that.
February. That looks cool.
I need to pause it for a
Manage
second.
a fully immersive
You do.
Ziggy's Cosmic Adventures. You've stolen an
Oh,
adorable
I've been
We're on
looking at
Ziggy's
this
Cosmic.
crazy
I've
thing.
seen this. Looks really good.
Galaxy isn't best pleased about it.
Yeah.
Cosmic
Fight off
Adventures.
enemies and move through branching story paths on PCVR. Oh, and we can confirm today that it's coming to Quest 2 as well. Expect it to launch in the fall
Wow.
of next year, and it'll be included in next February's Steam Next Fest 2.
Nice, Matt. I'm going to tell you when we get into the next game after this one.
Okay, good.
So you watch this and then pause it, and I'll tell you when to go.
I'll pause it until
This
the
looks
next
fantastic,
one.
man. This looks
It does, it
so
looks really cool.
good. And the little green thing. I hope you can squeeze it so his
there was
eyes
a-
get massive.
I think there was a demo for this on Steam a while back, but it might have been old. Ziggy's
Next
Cosmic
trailer, Matt.
Adventures.
Looks at their upcoming
Okay,
titles
I'm going to
and
the next trailer
updates.
right now. Good.
Next
Oh, you
up,
can
we're
request
back
access to
with
play the
Joy.
playtest for Ziggy on Steam.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, I know what this is. I think it's called Outlier.
Outlier.
Oh, is this Joyways other game?
Joyways,
Yeah.
roguelike one.
Yeah, I never played it.
I tried it.
Mixed
I have,
things, I heard.
yeah, I had issues with the whole thing. It didn't work when I tried it.
Looks super stylish.
Yeah. This is the second Joyway game.
Yeah.
Man, I think there's like 8 of them out there.
Well, I'm having the second one today.
All at like 10%. All 10% finished. Nah, not really. I love the fact they're in VR because I think they've done some
2.5 years
fantastic
ago,
work.
At the first ever Upload VR showcase, we revealed a new game from Budget Cuts developer Neat Corp called Garden of the Sea. It's been in early access ever since, and today we have some big news to share about it.
Garden of the
Well, I've been
Sea.
looking forward to this game.
Oh, I really like this game. I
know,
really
I've
like
played a
this
little
game.
bit of it.
Oh, it's getting Quest. Oh, yeah, I like this game a lot.
I don't know what it is.
It's so chill, dude.
You played it?
Yeah, it looks really
So
cool.
nice.
I played a little bit. I think it's in early access right on PC.
Yeah, I made a video on it, and I intended to record for an hour because I don't like to record too much footage. I played for hours. I just got lost in it, man.
This is like, I don't know what game it would be like.
Kind of Animal Crossing,
I knew you were gonna say
Stardew
Animal Crossing.
Valley. Kind of just really
Harvest
chill
Moon a little bit.
vibes. Harvest Moon a bit, yeah, because you've got to farm things, look after your crops.
BMF, your laugh is like Santa. It's hearty. That's what someone said.
It is a heart.
There you go. He gave you a free extra there as well. I want a
Oh, I'm
hearty.
so
laugh.
glad this is coming to the Quest. It really deserves to be.
Yeah.
The devs are really kind of responsive as well. They're always putting out updates and talking about
You know,
what
it's a
they're adding.
game
He
that I
just
really
kissed a
wanted
fish.
to like and really wanted to do better was Raccoon Lagoon.
Yeah, Raccoon Lagoon.
That was pretty good.
Very
but
similar
kind of
vibes.
Yeah, it fell away. A lot of people kind of don't play it anymore.
I'll have to look
This
this
one
up,
looks
man.
like it has a lot more to
I'll have
it.
to check
I
this
love the
out.
little penguins, man. Is it called? It's Call of the Sea, isn't it? I think it's called. Yeah, dude, you'll lose hours in it. It's just relaxing.
I could definitely, as soon as I knew you was going to say Animal Crossing because I'm thinking a bit of Animal Crossing while watching it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the farming and stuff is very kind of Harvest Moon, and you have to water the crops, and then you pick them when they're ready.
Bubblefish. Garden of the Sea.
It looks like it's come a long way since I played it
time to
last.
pass
Like,
it
it
to
looks
Zach
really
Downey for
fleshed
Vertigo
out
2.
now.
Hi there, gamers.
Vertigo 2. Here
My
we go.
name's Zach, developer of Vertigo 2, and I want to show you all a very special part of the game today. Just a second. Nani, what did you find up there? Oh, geez, okay.
What's going
Dude,
on
you
here?
really shouldn't eat that. Okay, you know, let's just get to the showcase. Deep in a cave, on the shores of a subterranean sea, there lies a city of defected robots. In Vertigo 2, your fate will bring you here, to the city of Autonica. But
Have
all
you
is
played
not
these,
well.
Ben, yeah?
An unending
Played the first
civil
one, yeah,
war
well,
is
and then the
raging.
remastered
A
version.
split of ideology threatens to annihilate the entire city. One side must prevail, or the city is doomed to mutual destruction. When you join this war, a battlefield stretches across the entire city. One massive open level. You will work with a squadron of soldiers to make a plan and fight through the front lines. Fortunately, you'll get some fresh weapons more suitable for full-out war.
Oh,
Yeah, this looks really good.
Yeah, I expected no less, to be honest.
Isn't it a solo dev as well, like just one guy?
Yeah.
He works for Valve.
You can tell.
Yeah.
It's very
Jeez,
Half-Life.
This looks like Call of Duty meets some sort of futuristic thing.
Looks
In a good way, though.
Yeah.
The stability of tradition, or the hope of revolution.
That looks.
It's up to you to pick a side.
That looks
and end
amazing.
This bloody conflict.
That looks so
I
good.
hope you enjoyed this preview of what's to come in Vertigo 2. Autonica is just one level, and there is so much more in store for you. Now, looks like Plank has found us again, so Nani and I have got to get going. Head to zulubo.com/Vertigo2 for more information, and make sure to wishlist the game on Steam.
I love his trailer. I love his trailer. That,
it's awesome.
That is very good.
Every day down is another day.
Definitely,
closer to
he's won the
Vertigo
best
2.
trailer for me.
We can't wait. Now, earlier this year, you might have seen
So
the
good,
announcement
running
of
through the
Little
forest.
Cities published by Endreams. Today, we are giving you an exclusive
Little
new
Cities.
look at the game.
Hello there. Check
I
out
really
that
like Little Cities, and now I'm worried this can get stomped
What
on
a
by
lovely
City
city
Skylines.
to build
Well, we
my
both
own
played
little
it.
city.
Um,
So let's get
I
right
didn't
to
cover it
it.
because I just thought
First things first.
after 100
every
days I didn't know what else to
city
do.
needs some roads.
I thought it was just
I
because it was
really
too early.
enjoyed it. It's just so relaxing. Again, it's so
Then
relaxing.
We'll need
Yeah.
some houses.
I spent too
and
much
some
time playing
stores.
what I had
Quite a few
access
down
to.
here. Some there, and a
Yeah,
couple over here.
I spent
This
lots
is
of time with it.
looking
I enjoyed
good.
it.
It's really starting to take shape.
The city's
It's a really
VR.
scaled
Looks like
back
my
version of
citizens
Skylines,
could
isn't
be
it? Because you
happier,
can't really.
and I think I've
The
found
houses
out
are just
why.
generic, and
I haven't
the.
I
provided
think
them
it's
with
more
a network
casual.
connection.
Super
People
casual.
that
Let's
want
get them
more
online
casual
before
experience will like
all
this
hell
better,
breaks
probably.
loose.
That's a good bit of marketing words there, Matt. I like that. I would never have thought of that.
There.
I'd have just
That
been
seems
like,
to have done the trick.
it's a stripped version. You're
Let's
like,
keep
oh,
going
casual.
on city.
I'm like,
and
Casual
expand a
gamers.
little bit. So, as of now, we have a police station, fire station, and over here we have a school. But let's add something a little more fun. How about an aquarium? Just for a lovely day
I do
out.
find it interesting how games seem to work in
That's
like
put some
waves. All of a
smiles
sudden,
on
Yes,
where
I
where
know.
all these like cities
Sim
all come
City,
from at the
Sim
same
City
time.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
stay calm.
So
Luckily,
odd.
the fire department
It's like
is
they all talk to each
already
other.
on
Like,
the
what are you
scene.
making? Oh, I'm making a city builder. Oh yeah,
That sure was a close one.
might make one too.
Thanks, guys. Oh. Well, my work here is done. And when I sit back, I'm
The big thing with
proud of what I've created.
Cities VR is that it's got that IP behind it.
Needless to say, I can't
That's a
wait
huge
to start
IP
on my
too.
next
Yeah, City
little
Skylines is
city.
massively
The island
popular,
is
and
a
it looks
bit
like
different.
down at
I've heard
street
it's
level,
a
there's
dry
people and
and
stuff, which this was
sandy
missing out on.
place.
Yeah.
Kind of you didn't have the personality of people.
Yeah.
I was hyped
Plus,
for
you
Little
can't
Cities till
stand at
today.
street
Can
level
you believe
for this.
After the Fall is finally releasing next week?
It
At
was
least
just
it's coming to
Richard
Meta
Hart.
Quest,
Ever
dude.
look
At least
at
it's
the
actually
PSVR
OG
and
Quest
2
owners.
versions alongside PCVR.
Seeing less and less of that.
Oh, this is. Are you guys on the After the Fall
We're
trailer?
after the fall, yeah.
Okay, good.
PC.
This
I was
looks
the
like
comparison
PC. Are they
video.
going to show Quest? Oh, good. They're going to show Quest too.
Comparison. Right. Okay. Oh,
The graphics look really dumbed down though for the PC. I think they've done that on purpose.
I thought it was
to be
Quest at
honest.
first.
Yeah, I think they've knocked everything back
Oh, it's PlayStation VR.
for parity, to be honest.
yeah. PSVR looks. Yeah.
Definitely scaled
Bear in
back.
mind the Quest version, to capture content on it is just so difficult.
It's so tough. Yeah.
It's never going to
The
look as
biggest
good as it
thing.
should.
No, the biggest thing that's going to be missing on Quest is the lighting. I think in these inside areas and stuff.
Shadows,
Yeah.
body count.
It's all those effects. Well, the body count has to be the same, but like the dead body count, I guess.
Yeah,
that's
dead
the
body
equivalent.
count. That's what I meant, body count. Yeah.
The enemies definitely look.
See, that looks
less
good inside.
creepy.
Yeah, they look a bit more kind of simplistic, don't they?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
less textures.
Yeah, which I mean, whatever. If the gameplay's all there, then
Oh, dude, even though I'll have it on PC, I already know that I'd probably end up spending more time with it on Quest because
yeah.
just stick it on and
Simplicity, isn't it? You just
Yeah.
chuck it on go.
Oh, I wonder if we'll see Steve running around.
in circles.
Yeah, not many
screaming.
people got to the end of that video. Like, I don't know how many people watched the end of the video, but when they did, they were like, I loved watching Steve. And I was like, mate, it was so... I edited that down. I took about 4 minutes out of that. He was just running round, round, round.
We didn't have a boss fight when we got here like this, did we?
Yeah, this is when we died, I think. Didn't it? Oh, no, we didn't get to... We didn't get to the boss, did we? We was in that area, and then we should have done the boss, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to see quest footage, and you know, yeah, it does look dumbed down, but in all the ways I expected it to.
Yeah.
I'm not like shocked.
Oh, here we go. Maybe we'll get more of this.
We announced one of our next titles, Ultimex, a multiplayer VR gaming experience where we welcome players into the sport of the future with mechs that are built for victory. We'll talk more about this title next year
Curious to see some
as the games begin in 2022.
Kind of looks a bit Rocket League.
Continues to grow. And on December 9th, we're taking you to the Arctic Resort with a new weapon.
All right, here's another update for you this month, then.
Seasonal mode and more in the
December
Arctic
9th.
Blast update. And last but not least, we've seen an incredible amount of support for our breakout hit Demio from both fans and critics alike. In the Roots of Evil update coming December 16th,
Roots
the
of
next
Evil.
adventure in Demio awaits. But that's only the beginning of what we have in store for our beloved dungeon
Oh,
crawler.
they got more content coming.
2021 has been a busy year for us at Resolution, but 2022 will be even busier. So be sure to follow us to keep up to date.
We cannot wait to get our hands on more Resolution Games goodies.
We've got some
Next
fantastic
up,
developers
a
in
word
VR
from
now.
our partner.
Yeah, really strong ones.
Yeah. It's awesome to see people.
Come on, Moss Book 2. We're looking at Moss, the original, by the way, at the moment.
Yeah. I love that game so much.
Yeah. Quill is such a enchanting character.
I still
really
want to
feel
get
like
her, like a figure of her that I can put up on my desk.
they did do
It's gotta
figures.
exist. Surely it's got to be out there somewhere.
They did do
Yeah.
figures for certain content creators. My
Yeah.
channel was too small at the time.
Maybe they'll do it for book 2 where we can get some.
Please.
Yeah, please. I've worked my arse off for years. Please, let me get a figure, please.
It's all I've ever wanted.
It's gone blue. Oh.
We're reaching the home stretch and there's more moss to come, but first let's hand it over to our good friend Mike.
That's it.
Hello, my name is Mike from
Mike.
Virtual Reality Oasis, and it's great to be back here with Upload VR for their Winter VR showcase.
There he is.
Today, I have the pleasure of introducing a new horror game from a group of developers that have previously worked on series like Shenmue and Shin Megami Tensei. This is Paranormal Hunter, a 4-player cooperative game in which you'll have to seek out paranormal entities using ancient artifacts. Get ready to team up with friends for a spooky survival adventure as you explore haunted hospitals, ominous houses, and other ghastly spirit-filled
Sounds amazing.
locations.
This doesn't like my cup
Paranormal
of tea.
Hunter is creeping onto PC and console next year with full VR support on Steam and cross-play support. I'm not gonna lie, this one looks pretty terrifying.
Looks like a...
Oh, I'm hyped.
Oh, boy. It looks like a VR mode, though, not VR.
A bit like Phasmo.
Yeah.
Because he did say full VR support.
Yeah, I don't think this is VR footage you're looking at. This is just flat screen PC.
Yeah.
It is.
That's kind of killed it a little bit for me.
And that's all
You know,
from me
it's
today.
everyone
Hope you
trying to
enjoy
capitalise
the
on that
rest of the
Phasmo
showcase.
popularity, that
Thanks,
flash in
Mike.
the pan.
Now for a brand new one from Shell
I get it.
Shell
A
Games.
new volunteer?
Yeah, I haven't seen theirs yet.
You want to cook for ghosts, huh?
We're just watching this one
You
now.
can learn a bunch of traditional recipes.
Another cooking game.
First, you need to learn how to get around the kitchen.
Cook the tortillas on the comal. When they puff up, tap them down.
At least the food looks tasty in this one.
Yeah, it does.
She does some good food.
Fresh charcoal will light right away.
Different time periods,
a
it
good
looks like.
amount of ginger with the knife into the bowl.
And the voices, the accents are of the country you're in cooking.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Shell Games doing something right.
Yeah.
Now remember,
This is a departure from what they normally do, though.
take your
Massively.
time to pay attention to the recipes.
It looks like probably the most in-depth cooking game for the Quest so far.
Yeah.
I know there's quite a few of them, but this looks to be the most
This
fleshed
looks
out.
wicked. I'm not really buzzing about cooking games. I don't cook.
I love cooking.
This looks really good.
Bravo! You've made it exactly the way I remember.
This looks like just a relaxing cooking game, not like a time-based one, too. Which is unique.
That's the difference, isn't it? They're all usually time-based and stressful.
I hope one of the metaverse gets to a point where you can cook something and get it
tasty
delivered.
VR treat.
That'd be awesome.
I can make a pizza in the metaverse and it turns up at your house.
Hi, I'm Nola, production director at Wanadev Studio. Today we are proud to unveil what the team has been working on for the past few months. Many of you have been asking for it, so thanks to your support, we've finally decided to carry out this project we've been dreaming of for so long.
The drumming game, right?
No, they did the spooky Steam one as well. The free one that we love.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
the name's gone.
Propagation. Propagation. Oh wow. Dude, Propagation VR. Download that now. It's free on Steam. You've only got to pay for the co-op. It's fantastic. Works amazing with the haptics. In fact, Ben, we should jump in and do that.
Hell yeah.
You'll enjoy that a lot. It's really good.
Oh boy.
The lift is stuck on someone's body.
This looks proper creepy, man.
Paradise Hotel. Propagation again. They're keeping to the IP.
Okay.
Oh no.
This looks like a more in-depth game.
Yeah.
Yes, in 2022, Propagation VR will reach new heights.
Yeah, more propagation. That's
After
just
more than 350,000 downloads of the short experience that put us on the map, we decided to expand the universe with Propagation Paradise Hotel, a thrilling new survival horror adventure that will get you exploring dark environments, making terrifying
She's hooked
encounters,
me.
and get your adrenaline
She's hooked
pumping.
me.
Propagation
Says
Paradise
survival,
Hotel will be released at the end of 2022, and we plan to make it available on all major VR platforms.
Wow.
You can follow the game
Quest
development
too,
by
must be.
adding it to your Steam wishlist and following us on social media.
Brilliant, that's so
You
good.
ready for this?
Nice. I wonder if it's going to be co-op too.
That's awesome. That's
If it is, I'll
great.
jump in with you guys for that one.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
really hyped for that. That's great.
CruCast kills
Now we're
things.
handing it over to Ramen
I really
VR
hoped
for
they were
the
going to turn it
latest
into a
on Zenith.
full-fledged game
Hi everyone, I'm
and expand upon
one
it.
of the co-founders of Ramen VR, and today I'm really excited to share with you some brand new footage of Zenith, a massively multiplayer online world.
I love Zenith.
I actually like. Yeah, I actually really like.
Lauren and I have both been super passionate about games, MMOs, and VR for as long as we can remember, and so this is really a dream come true to be able to bring this game to you guys now. And we're super excited to hear what you think. I hope I'll see you in Zenith soon. Thank you.
They've done everything right with this game. They've involved the community right from the start.
Yeah, I backed it. It wasn't Kickstarter. I don't think it was a different system, but I pre-ordered it.
I got the email about the flying. It's such a clever idea.
No.
I know Pop 1 does it, but I think the way we moved around before was like you held onto things, hooks. But now,
Yeah. Flying looks wicked.
Did you jump in for this last time I live streamed it, Ben?
I didn't. No, I played this on my own.
I think I had Matt and Mike and
Yeah, I was in there.
It was good. It was really good. December 18th.
Okay, we're down to our very last reveal.
beta
Thank you to
starts
all of
December
the
18th, that's
developers who
great.
took part today. You've made us so excited for what's to come in 2022. And thank you to our sponsors, Beanstalker.
And of course, another thank you goes out to our partners at Polyarc, who you may know are working on a certain sequel. Today, we have the original trailer for Moss Book 2 to share with you, along with just a smidgen of new info at the end, so keep your eyes peeled.
We hope you've enjoyed the show
platforms,
today,
probably.
and make sure to join us next year in June.
There are those who look into the eyes of another and see opportunity. a soul to corrupt and twist. Their stories are the ones we fear. And there are those who see potential. The light within the soul. A chance to lift someone up to achieve the impossible. Their stories rise to legend. So tell me, what do you see in Quill?
So ridiculous.
Because her story depends on you.
A little sword and little boots.
I can't wait to go to new places.
Yeah.
There's something so amazing about like platforming games in virtual reality.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's a cool new weapon.
God, this looks amazing. Oh man.
Wonder if we get a release date or at least a platform. Spring 2022. Okay.
Dude, I think next year's going to be so big.
Yeah.
It did say,
Well,
it
they
did
said
say, hold on.
VR.
It did just say PlayStation VR, didn't it, on its own?
Did.
Yeah.
Interesting. It might just be PSVR or a timed exclusive, as we say.
It will be a timed exclusive, but I mean, you got to get all the dust off yours, Ben, I think, haven't you?
Oh, mate. We're blowing dust off it for weeks.
Mine's buried somewhere.
Very cool. Very cool.
Wow. What did you think? I thought that was one of the best ones yet.
Yeah, there was some cool stuff in there. I mean,
yeah, there was some cool stuff.
I mean, for me, obviously being a horror guy, I'm going to come away thinking about Propagation. I'm such a big fan of the current free version of Propagation anyway, and I've said to a few people, I wish this was a longer thing. I wish this was a full game. And it's good to see that they've kind of hooked onto that and been like, okay, we can turn this into something. As I said, 350,000 downloads. I know it's free, so it's kind of an easy one for people to download, but it's just great. Just great that they're fleshing that out into something a little bit more substantial and targeting all platforms, which is a huge thing, because obviously the Quest is such a dominant force.
It's just such a great
I gotta go back to uploads page just because I have such a bad memory. I won't remember every single thing that was talked.
Do you think they're going to upload all the individually? The
yeah, they're all up there now.
Hi.
Oh, all the trailers.
Yeah, I just went over to their site and it's all the news articles on there.
City Skylines, I'm hyped for. I keep calling it City Skylines, it's Cities VR, but I guess saying City Skylines reinforces that it's got that franchise behind it. I think that's great. I think.
I just want to hold on. I just want to hold on Cities VR for a second. In case anyone missed it, we had early access to Little Cities from Endreams. Endreams are a fantastic developer. Absolutely amazing. But today, I'm struggling, mate, because it is like Cities VR seems to be Little Cities times 10.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at the trailer that they're showing now, it seems to incorporate everything that's made the flat screen version so successful. So running the power lines and the kind of water lines, you've got people down at street level. Yeah,
that's got to be PC we're looking at as well. I mean, do you think that's Quest or?
I'm imagining it's running on a PC.
They're holding the Quest.
Yeah, I think that it's probably Quest build.
No, it actually just says MetaQuest. That's it.
Yeah, it's Quest exclusive. Yeah.
Oh, so what you're saying is like that build is kind of a PC running on a PC to capture. Yeah. Because obviously it'll be test build.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Wouldn't that be a bit?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's going to be the city builder. That's going to be the VR city builder, isn't it? Really. Yeah. And I really enjoyed Little Cities. And I do think Matt's right. It's almost for two different audiences. Little Cities is very casual, and Cities VR is going to be your more fleshed out, substantial, in-depth game.
Little Cities was something I would jump into do a few things. After I had the whole city built, I would jump in, see how much money I had, do a few more things, check on things, and then go out and then come back later on. Whereas I think Cities VR is going to be one of those ones you drop a ton of time into.
Yeah.
Like SimCity or something like that, where you're spending hours building up this city, and there's, I think it's going to be a lot less casual and a lot more time consuming.
Yeah, Reese the King says here, he's put Little Cities will be better for younger people. It's more of a jumping game. Yeah, so I did, as I said, like, it's not a case of it's not fun. I played it just to test it, and I'd done like 100 days really quickly, and I was just like, wow, I've obviously done like half an hour it's in this game. But then when it got to over 100 days, it was like stuff was getting slower and slower to add on and unlock. And I started thinking, like, where does the game go? Because it felt like within an hour, I'd accomplished everything that I almost could do. I think I got to a day, because I did it to test, I got to day 215, and not much really changed after day 100. And so, I gave him my feedback.
My assumption is that there'll be a lot more to it than what we saw. At least I hope so.
Yeah, we had like a little what you can alpha, didn't we, or something?
Yeah. Well, it's like what Endreams did with Phantom too. They had a very early alpha build for Phantom Covert Ops that a lot of creators played, and that was just one level out of the entire game. So I'm thinking there's probably, I'm hoping anyways, that there's other locations that you can build on. You get to the end of that little city and then you move on to the next section maybe, because if not, then I think GT's right. There's only a certain level you can really get to before it just runs itself. You don't need to do anything else.
Yeah, I think that maybe the other thing is they didn't, as far as I know, they didn't confirm a date for Little Cities in this. So there's probably still time for them to adjust and pivot and change things and add, because I think ultimately they've got a great product that they're working on there, but seeing another VR studio making something incredibly similar, they're probably going to be like, okay.
Well, not only is it similar, it's, in my mind, like, without playing it, I'm sure you got the email about Cities VR anyway. I think I was quite privileged ages ago to hear about it and keep it stum, but I didn't really understand what the IP was when they told me. And then, like you guys are saying, I then looked into it and I was like, bloody hell. And now I've seen that. I don't think you'd have a choice but to make that game like a PC Sim City kind of style game and have that depth and bring it to VR.
Skylines, because SimCity obviously used to be the dominant city builder in the market, and then it's kind of dropped off. And City Skylines is now if you want a city builder, City Skylines is the one. That's the one that people gravitate towards. So to have a full-fledged VR version is absolutely fantastic.
There is an audience there that would actually potentially buy a VR headset to play that game if it's as in-depth as the actual City Skylines.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if they can sit there and just kind of do it anywhere and be able to kind of go street level and it's promoting VR to a different market that probably aren't currently being promoted towards.
One thing I thought was interesting about this showcase is we saw some games from developers that are extreme departures from what they normally do. So, like, you've got that game, it's a pretty big departure from fast travel, although they've done several different types of games. But it's different than any of the other games. And then you had, what was the other one? Shell Games doing the cooking game, which is totally different.
It's like they're all trying out
their other games.
Yeah. So fast travel for me though, fast travel for me have always been quite experimental in what they do. Like, because you look at Apex Construct, which was their first game, and what was it? There was what game did they do next? You got Wraith, but I don't think that was the next game, was it?
No.
Oh, you got the really long titled game with the little
Curious
figures.
Tale of the Stolen Pets.
The Curious Tale of the Stolen Pets, yeah. Because I remember going to Gamescom and being like, oh, we're going to play some new games. And I was expecting some sort of action-y VR game. And it was like, oh, no, you've got like a floating bit of land and you've got these puzzles and then you got Wraith.
They did too.
Because Wraith is an IP as well, isn't it? What's it called?
I think Oblivion Afterlife, isn't it?
Is it Afterlife?
It's from the come on, I know what it is too.
Oh my god, we should have got
somebody will know.
I have noticed this recently. It's like there seems to be like a do one action game and then do one kind of family game. It seems to be like for a lot of VR devs. So if they did like something action orientated before, they're now pivoting into something a little bit more kind of experimental and based towards more casual audiences. which is great. But it feels like they've all kind of done that at the same time. So we're seeing a lot of these kind of more family-oriented games.
Okay, that's what it is. World of Darkness is the IP.
World of Darkness.
But Paradox Interactive is the owner of that IP, and they're the owner of City Skylines. So they are apparently working through some of their properties, which means any of the Paradox properties potentially they could look into doing in the future if they're partnering with them and continuing on.
What other ones have they got that like scream VR to you?
Let me see.
This is a quick thing while you're looking at the Oculus Connect, Meta Connect event. Which, because I get all the studios confused. Which was the studio that said they had 5 VR games in development?
Vertigo, yeah.
Vertigo. So we didn't hear about any of those today, did we?
No.
So they're still all an unknown at this point, which is interesting because one of them is from Deep Silver, isn't it? It's the possible existing Deep Silver IP, which I've theorized could be Dead Island or Saints Row.
I'd imagine they want all eyes on After the Fall at the moment because
100%.
Yeah.
That has been their biggest project for a long time, and hopefully it'll be a bit like Arizona, where for the next 2 years or so, there's going to be content for it for people to play together. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, yeah, someone in the chat just said Paradox owns Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings. Crusader Kings is cool. Yeah, a lot of like medieval themed games. We don't get a lot. I'd love something like what's the Chivalry? I'd love like a Chivalry VR. I would play a lot of that. I think that would be great, like a multiplayer game with swords and muskets and
I think Reese the King, he said a good one. He said, "I want Blood and Truth for PC and Quest." Ben, did you play Blood and Truth on PSVR?
I didn't play Blood and Truth. I played obviously the precursor to it, which came with I know, right? I played the precursor, which came with the PlayStation disc. He's doing his Poggers face, PogChamp face. But I never. I think at the point Blood and Truth came out, I'd probably already packed away my PSVR, but I think it was quite late in the life cycle of kind of. Not to say that PSVR is dead; it's still getting releases. But I think I'd moved on to my primarily PCVR, and then
for sure.
Quest took over.
I would say Blood and Truth was one of the last massive IPs.
It appealed to me. I was like, that looks great. It just looks like more of London Heist, but a fleshed out one. But I just never got around to playing it. I think I got a free copy at some point recently. PlayStation gave away some copies. I think I've got it digitally. I just need to bust the PlayStation out and play it.
Dude, have you downloaded the PS Plus games on PlayStation VR?
Yes.
I know you've got access to them, but damn, that was amazing this month. Until You Fall, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, like, it's one of the must-have games on PlayStation VR. For that to be free on there is fantastic.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I think 2022 in general is looking really strong. I think my point about the 5 Vertigo games was kind of, although all that stuff there's kind of been announced and we know about all that, there are still so many projects we don't know about, and we don't know in what state they are. And now that's the bit that really excites me. Is that there's so much more bubbling away under the surface that could come out next year. That probably some of it will come out next year.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, San Andreas on top of that, which is huge, and hopefully we'll get that next year. That would be the dream.
Yeah.
2022 could be, should be massive. And then what's gonna, PSVR for the PS5? That should be next year, based on what people are saying. So
it is.
That's
definitely
a whole other thing.
Like that's gonna be. Oh man, I might quit my job and just cover PSVR content as much as possible because I'll be so into it. Like I love PlayStation VR.
Watch this space.
It's gonna be so good, mate.
PSVR 2 is gonna be the thing, I think, for me that's gonna just blow the roof off VR next. It'll be the kind of the next Quest moment, I think, because the Quest was great and it was this galvanizing moment that allowed everybody to buy into VR at a cheap price point, and it's doing so well and it's doing so much for VR, and I love that. I think the next thing will be PSVR.
I'm still a little bit worried about how people receive it because one, it's going to be wired, and like whenever I've spoken about PSVR 2, the first thing people talk about is the cable, and the second thing is I can't even buy a PS5. So those two things combined still worry me that you got to time this launch right, because if there's you can't sell a headset and not sell the equipment to use it on. Like it just won't make any sense. So
and it's obviously making huge impacts because like you still can't buy a PS5 anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, can they sort that out in the next 5-6 months?
I hope so. I think that has to be a priority if they want to shift this thing. I mean, the PS5 sold exceptionally well, but imagine how well it would have sold if you could actually walk into a shop and buy one, which you still can't, which is just bonkers to me. But I do think, they're going to have to fix that issue.
One thing that worries me a little bit is that fact, and the fact that I don't know how many they've sold so far, but because VR is still such a small market, even less people are going to buy into the next PlayStation if they can't fix that problem. So they may hold off shipping it until they can fix that problem. And if that's not next year, I don't know how long it could be, because like they're not going to sell. They might sell out of the VR headsets, maybe if they make a certain amount of them. But you know how many people own a PS4 that owned a PSVR? This percentage is very small.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people, but in comparison, it's incredibly small.
Was
so
it like 10%
if they
or something? Like,
I think it was less than 10%. I'm not sure. It might have been 10%.
10%.
So what happens if they ship the new VR headset, and the vast majority of people that bought a PS5 weren't the market they were looking to get to in the first place?
So, as of January 2020, so obviously the data is kind of a little bit out there, but at this point, but how many would have been sold in the last year is kind of debatable. But the PSVR headset had sold 5 million units. Now, the PS4, how many PS4s are out there?
It's over 100 million easy.
It's going to be astronomical. Now, for a point of reference, I guess, Sony's now sold 13.4 million PS5 consoles worldwide. So it's hard to speculate on.
The thing is, I talked to some people and they're holding it off buying a PS5 for the launch of PSVR 2, and I would say that is the opposite thing you should do. You should be trying to fight now to get a PS5 and keep fighting to get one. Don't wait for that launch, because that's going to make it even harder, because I think a lot of people outside of the VR community are going to be doing that as well. That's when they're going to jump in then, and I'm thinking to myself, no dude, you need to get that sorted now, you know.
I do hope it launches the next holiday season. I'm afraid we'll get an announcement next year and a 2020 3 release date. I don't know. It was 3.5 years between the time when the PS4 released and the PSVR released.
I think they've probably got the best intentions to get the thing out next year, but I do think there's still issues with chipsets and issues with shortages, and I think if they can't guarantee a strong launch, they won't. So they'll push it. I think you're right.
That's what I'm worried about.
Maybe E3 announce. Sony haven't typically been engaging with E3 for the last few years, so E3 usually lands around June, but maybe they'll do their own conference around kind of middle of next year, announce the thing, show us the thing, and then it'll either be Christmas or after Christmas.
Hopefully it's fixed,
but I'd like to see it fixed, and I'd like to. I want to know what they've got up their sleeve in terms of a launch lineup, because they're not just going to come along with a headset and go, here's our headset. They're going to come along literally kicking and swinging with some really solid games that aren't just ports of other games. They're going to have some incredible IP that's specific to that headset, because they have the money to do it.
We'll get a GTA 5 with VR support, another launch.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised, and I think it would be absolutely huge. Like,
the other thing I remember happening with PSVR, and it kind of reminds me of the Quest and Quest 2 thing, was that when it launched, I bought the bundle, and then the PS4 Pro come out. And with that, developers were like, listen, we're going to put patches on for games, pro patches. And I was like I was all in for VR so much. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to get a PS4 Pro without even seeing any of the results. No YouTube channel, as far as I knew, had ever made a video and gone comparisons. It was just, I was just passionate. I was like, I need this console. And the first game I tried for a difference was Super Hot. And I remember playing Super Hot on the standard PS4 and thinking, the only thing that this game's missing is clarity. It looked soft. And then on the Pro, it looked like how I thought it should. And I was like, wow. And I sold my PS4. But then after that, surely people are like, oh, dude, could you do like a comparison between the PS4 and the PS4 Pro? And I'm like, no, because I haven't got lots of money and I sold it to pay for the Pro. And it's a bit like the Quest 2 thing, As soon as I got on the Quest 2 and even the Rift S, like the lesser screen door, the resolution, the ease of use, I was like, yeah, that's gone. Quest, that's gone, and it's just hard. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to keep these things going.
Nathan in the chat said, "Good luck getting a PSVR 2 unless you're a content creator." And I was like, I don't think I'll get. I won't get given one. I'll be in the shops. I'll be pre-ordering. I don't have. I mean, I can't speak for people like Matt here, who's he's pretty big, and then you've got like,
and he laughs like Santa.
And he laughs like Santa. And then you've got like Mike and Nathan, people like that I'm sure will have contacts at Sony. But people like me, and I'm sure I don't have a contact at Sony. I'll be pre-ordering that thing and sitting out in the store, like praying and hoping that I get hold of one.
I've pre-ordered every every PlayStation console since forever. So I'll be sitting there ready to do it for PlayStation VR 2 as well. I did original PlayStation VR, so I don't expect any difference.
No, I mean, I was on holiday when the PS5 went up for order, and in the UK it was something mad. Like they'd done a showcase, and then the pre-orders went live at like 1 a.m. because I remember it being kicked off massively. And I'm a bit of a night owl, so I just happened to be awake, and I saw them go live on all these stores, and I was like, I should probably order that because I'm not going to get one. And I'm so glad I did. Woke up in the morning, everyone was kicking off like, I woke up, they're already sold out.
Yeah.
I was asleep when they went live. So as soon as there's even a hint in the air about PSVR 2 pre-orders, I'm going to be there. I'm not going to sleep until I've ordered one, I think. Because it will be, they'll be hard to get.
They will be. Sure. They will be.
It'll be tough.
I was playing some PS5 yesterday, and the thing that makes me most excited is those triggers. That's
the adaptive triggers,
yeah, the haptics and the adaptive triggers is going to be amazing for VR. I just can't wait to see what they do with them.
Yeah, that implemented into VR is just,
yeah. You got like what is it? The headset has haptics, eye tracking, so many great things.
Imagine something, because obviously like a game like Pavlov is great, running around shooting people, but imagine that with the haptics of those triggers and really feeling the pull of it, and kind of that's just next level stuff.
The thing is that I worry about all this is that Facebook, like their thing now is.
Don't you mean Meta?
Meta.
What's Facebook?
Meta are trying to be the top trump VR thing. So anything anyone else does, they're just going to do that.
In development.
They're just going to do that. You know what I mean? They're just going to do it, and they're going to bloody make it affordable. Like, so everyone's you know what I mean? So I think one of the more
Sony, out of everyone, I think they're fine because there's so much
IP.
Brand allegiance.
I was just going to say, that's going to be the thing, and it's the name. Like people are like Meta, I don't know, like Facebook, but PlayStation, everyone's like, hell yeah. So, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So
I've got a mate who's very anti-Meta and anti-Facebook, and he's been putting off getting a Quest. And he bought one this year on Black Friday, and he messaged me last night, and he was like, "This thing is bloody awesome." And I was like, "I've been telling you it's bloody awesome." He was like, "I just didn't want it because of the association." And he himself, he said, as much as I don't like Meta, as much as I don't like Facebook, they're actually pumping money and passion into this side of the industry, and I can't fault them for that, because if they weren't pushing it forward, no one else would be right now, and it would be just dead in the water, you know. Which is just the truth, whether you like them or not.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where we'd be, to be honest. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue.
Not in a good place, I don't think.
No, but I think we'll kill it there. Thank you ever so much to Matt and Ben, as always. Thanks for joining. Cheers, man. I hope everyone enjoyed it in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Obviously, you could have been anywhere else, and you probably wouldn't have had half as much as fun as you had here, hopefully. So yeah, thank you ever so much. I really appreciate all your time. And Reese the King, cheers for turning up, dude. Thank you. Proud Dog, take care. Thanks, guys. Look after yourselves.
Much love, everyone.
That's
Take care.
Yeah, thank you.
Stay safe. See you later, guys. Thank you. And bye-bye.